pursuit of continuous quality education.
Living up to DepEd's mandate of no student should be left behind.
From the home of Sarongbangi,
The land of Oragons. This is Santo Domingo National High School. School on Air.
School on Air.
Good morning, my dear students of grade 10. This is your School on Air. I am grateful to be with you today. I am your radio teacher, Teacher Anita. I hope that you are in your most comfortable zone right now while listening to our broadcast. I will give you a minute to prepare for our lesson. Please get your pen, paper, and be ready. At this point, I want you to get your modules for our lesson in Module 3, Week 3, entitled Basic Components of the Nervous System. Please get your module. Are you ready now for our lesson? You can also take down some notes while listening to our broadcast. As I have said earlier, our lesson for today is all about the basic components of the nervous system. Get your learning activity sheets so you can follow with me as we go along with our topic. Good morning, my dear students from grade 10. I will be your science teacher for today. We are expecting that after our lesson, you will be able to identify the basic components of the nervous system and describe how it coordinates and regulates feedback mechanism to maintain homeostasis. Let's get started. To begin with our lesson, I want you to recall your situation where you have experienced this. Let us say you accidentally touch a hot object. What will be your body's reaction? Correct. You will pull off your hand immediately away. And how long does it take for your body to react this way? Yes, you are right. This happens in an instant. Or else, if it takes longer than that, our skin would be burned already before we have removed it. This is an example of how our nervous system works with other systems of our body. Let us find out more of this in today's lesson. Let us get to know first with the different parts and functions of the nervous system. The nervous system controls and coordinates all essential functions of the human body. Nervous system controls an amazing amount of the things you do, like walking, talking, thinking, reading, writing, and breathing. Let us start our lesson by familiarizing first with the basic components of the nervous system. The major divisions of the nervous system are central nervous system, or CNS, and peripheral nervous system, or PNS. Again, central nervous system, or CNS, and peripheral nervous system, or PNS, are the two major divisions of the nervous system. Let us discuss first the central nervous system. The central nervous system serves as the main processing center for the entire nervous system. It is composed of the brain and the spinal cord. The brain functions as the organizer and distributor of information for the body, while the spinal cord serves as a channel for signals between the brain and the rest of the body. Brain has three major parts: the cerebrum, cerebellum, and brainstem. The cerebrum is the largest region and most superior part of the brain. It controls many functions such as intelligence, emotions, learning, and critical thinking. Cerebellum is the part under the cerebrum. It controls posture, balance, and coordination. For example, when you ride a bike or when you simply walk, the cerebellum plays a big role in your motor movements. The brainstem is the part that connects the brain to the spinal cord and controls autonomic or simply automatic functions such as breathing, digestion, heart rate, and blood pressure. Again, central nervous system has two components: the brain and the spinal cord. The brain is further subdivided into three main parts: the cerebrum, cerebellum, and brainstem. Let us proceed now to the second division of the nervous system, the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system is mainly composed of the neurons, which serves as passageway of nerve impulses to and from the brain. It includes all the nerves that branch out from the brain and spinal cord, and it is extended to other parts of the body, including muscles and organs. Peripheral nervous system has two main divisions: somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system is associated with the voluntary control of body movements. When we say voluntary, it means you consciously control this pathway by deciding whether to move your muscles, accept reflexes, or not. For example, if you are going to pick up something, you control your muscles in your hand to reach for it. Or when you are walking, you are in control of the movement of your feet and legs. That's an example of voluntary movements controlled by somatic nervous system. Let's proceed to the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system is associated with the involuntary control of the body, or these are the movements that you do not consciously control. Example is your heartbeat. You cannot control the beating of your heart, right? Others include digestion, perspiration, sweating, and breathing. Autonomic nervous system is subdivided into two divisions: the sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic is activated when the body is in a dynamic role, or in times of stress, or even dangerous situations. Just imagine yourself standing in front of a big growling dog. How would you describe your reaction? Yes, most of us would feel a faster heart rate, and faster breathing too, and a lot of sweating. Situations like this would lead to an activation of the sympathetic nervous system, which leads to a fight or flight response. This is characterized by the increase in heart rate, breathing, dilation of pupils, sweating, and releasing adrenaline. You would be amazed at how fast you can run when that growling dog started to chase you. While the parasympathetic maintains body functions and restores the body to normal or relaxed mode. This is also called the rest and digest response. It decreases heart rate and perspiration and an increase in digestion. Let us proceed now to the neurons. The basic unit of the nervous system is the nerve cell, also known as neurons. Again, neurons are the basic unit of the nervous system. There are billions of neurons in the body. Neurons are cells with special ability to carry signals or impulses. Without neurons, parts of our body cannot communicate with each other, especially if the message is coming from the nervous system. Thoughts, emotions, learning, and many body functions are carried by nerve impulses in the neurons. Your nervous system connects all your body parts and transmits signals from one part to another. Let us go back to the situation given to you before we started our lesson. The hand touching a hot object. Upon touching the hot object, the nerve or neurons in your skin will release message of pain going to your brain. And in response to the signal received, the brain will command the muscles in your hand to pull away. Take note, this neurological relay happens in an instant. Homeostasis is the state reached when each part of the body functions is in equilibrium or it is balanced with other parts. It is the process by which internal variables such as body temperature, blood pressure, and the heart rate are kept within the normal range of values appropriate to the system. Most body systems maintain homeostasis by using feedback mechanism. Feedback mechanism is the process through which the level of one substance influences the level of another substance. When the brain receives message from the body about an internal change in one of its system, it works to restore the system to its normal state. Let us apply what you have learned in the discussion. What's the body's normal temperature? That's right. Normal body temperature ranges from 36.1 to 37.2 degrees Celsius. When you exercise or when you are running hard, how would you describe your body's temperature? Correct. The body temperature increases. When your body temperature rises above the normal point, your body will need to activate mechanisms that can cool you down until it turns back to its normal position. When your temperature is high, how does your body cools down? That's right. You may start sweating or perspiration. The evaporation of your sweat from your skin can help you cool off. Another mechanism of cooling down your body is the faster heart rate, which increases the blood flow in your muscles. The blood vessel also widens to allow the increase in blood flow into your skin, which is why we experience heat radiating from our skin or what we call red face after running. These are feedback mechanism of our body to maintain balance or homeostasis and normalize again our body temperature. Now, we are done with our lesson. Let us check your understanding about the basic components of nervous system and feedback mechanism. Please get a clean sheet of paper and ball pen and be ready for the quiz. Kindly write your name, grade, and section and day to day. Are you ready? Please keep your notes first and answer the questions honestly. Write only the letter of the correct answer. Ready? Let's start. First question. Which of the following activity is the nervous system in charge of? A. Walking and running. B. Feeling and sleeping. C. Thinking and talking. D. All of the above. I will repeat the question. Which of the following activities is the nervous system in charge of? A. Walking and running. B. Feeling and sleeping. C. Thinking and talking. D. All of the above. Number 2. Which functional division of the nervous system will be responsible for the physiological changes seen during exercise? Example is the increase in heart rate and sweating. A. Somatic. B. Enteric. C. Autonomic. D. Central. I'll repeat. Which functional division of the nervous system would be responsible for the physiological changes seen during exercise? Examples: increase in heart rate and sweating. A. Somatic. B. Enteric. C. Autonomic. D. Central. Question number 3. It is the part under the cerebrum that controls posture, balance, and coordination. A. Hypothalamus. B. Thalamus. C. Cerebellum. D. Brainstem. Again, number 3. It is the part under the cerebrum that controls posture, balance, and coordination. A. Hypothalamus. B. Thalamus. C. Cerebellum. D. Brainstem. Number 4. Which of the following mechanisms will not be observed in your body to cope up with the sudden increase of your body temperature after exercising or running? A. Sweating. B. Increase in blood flow. C. High blood pressure. D. Decrease in blood flow. I'll repeat question number 4. Which of the following mechanisms will not be observed in your body to cope up with the sudden increase of your body temperature after exercising or running? A. Sweating. B. Increase in blood flow. C. High blood pressure. D. Decrease in blood flow. Last question. Which of the following is true of peripheral nervous system? A. It is in the brain. B. It helps with peripheral vision. C. It is inside the cerebrum above the brainstem. D. It includes nerves branching out from the brain and spinal cord to the body. Again, for question number 5, which of the following is true of peripheral nervous system? A. It is in the brain. B. It helps with peripheral vision. C. It is inside the cerebrum above the brainstem. D. It includes nerves branching out from the brain and spinal cord to the body. Let's check whether you got the correct answers. First question. Which of the following activities in the nervous system is the nervous system in charge of? A. Walking and running. B. Feeling and sleeping. C. Thinking and talking. D. All of the above. The answer for number 1 is correct. It's letter D, all of the above. Question number 2. Which functional division of the nervous system would be responsible for the physiological changes seen during exercise? Example, the increase in heart rate and sweating. A. Somatic. B. Enteric. C. Autonomic. D. Central. The answer for number 2 is letter C, autonomic. Number 3, it is the part under the cerebrum that controls posture, balance, and coordination. A. Hypothalamus. B. Thalamus. C. Cerebellum. D. Brainstem. Okay, the answer for number 3 is very good. It's letter C, cerebellum. Number 4. Which of the following mechanisms will not be observed in your body coping up with a sudden increase in your body's temperature after exercising or running? A. Sweating. B. Increase in blood flow. C. High blood pressure. Letter D. Slow breathing. The answer is letter D. Last question. Which of the following is true of peripheral nervous system? A. It is the brain. B. It helps with peripheral vision. C. It is inside the cerebrum above the brain stem. C. Or letter D. It includes nerve in branching out from the brain and spinal cord to the body. The answer for letter D is the answer for number 5 is letter D. It includes nerves branching out from the brain and spinal cord to the body. Who got the perfect score? Okay, so you can share your score in our group chat. For your assignment, I want you to create a concept map using the following words. You can also find this task in our learning activity sheets on page 4. It's found at the Let's Create part. These are the following words. Please listen carefully. First is CNS or Central Nervous System. Number 2, Peripheral Nervous System. Number 3, Cerebrum. Number 4, Sympathetic. Number 5, Brain. Number 6, Somatic Nervous System. Number 7, Cerebellum. 8, Parasympathetic. 9, Spinal Cord. 10, Autonomic Nervous System. 11, Brain Stem. I'll repeat. You are going to create a concept map using the following words. You can find this on page 4 of the Let's Create part in our learning activity sheets. The words are Central Nervous System, Peripheral Nervous System, Cerebrum, Sympathetic, Brain, Somatic Nervous System, Cerebellum, Parasympathetic, Spinal Cord, Autonomic Nervous System, and Brain Stem. We are done with our lesson for today. Don't forget to completely submit your outputs on next Thursday. If you have further questions, you can chat or message me in Messenger. Another day of learning with you, my dear students. I hope that you have learned a lot today. Until next time, this is your radio teacher, Teacher Anita. Always remember, explore new things and never stop learning. In Science 10, learning is always exciting. Goodbye!